Hello, beautiful souls. Are you aware of the forbidden topics you should avoid discussing with a non-spiritual person? Sometimes, sharing too much about spirituality with someone who doesn't resonate with it can lead to misunderstandings, judgment, or even discomfort. In this video, I'll guide you through the topics best left unsaid when engaging with non-spiritual individuals. Keep watching to learn how to navigate these situations gracefully. When talking to people who aren't into spirituality, it's crucial to avoid discussing the deeper nuances of spiritual awakening. For non-spiritual folks, the concept of spiritual awakening often feels foreign. They might assume it means reaching perfection, instant enlightenment, or transforming into some flawless version of yourself overnight. But we know that's not what spiritual awakening is about. Spiritual awakening is more of a journey, a process of growth, self-discovery, and embracing imperfection. It's a continuous unfolding of understanding yourself and the world around you. Think of it as taking steps forward, sometimes small, sometimes monumental, but always progressing. It's not an instant fix or a magical transformation. For example, imagine someone believes spiritual awakening is like flipping a light switch. One moment you're in the dark, and the next you're enlightened. In reality, it's more like adjusting a dimmer switch. Gradual, increment, and unique to each individual. Non-spiritual individuals might find this slow progression puzzling or even pointless. They might label it as chasing an impossible ideal, or accuse you of avoiding the hard work of being normal. But in truth, spiritual awakening is about learning to accept yourself, flaws and all, and embracing the beauty of imperfection. Here's where the disconnect often happens. Non-spiritual people might see this acceptance of imperfection as complacency or laziness. They might think you're simply giving up on bettering yourself. But the spiritual journey isn't about perfection. It's about authenticity. It's about recognizing where you are right now and finding peace within that space. Now let's talk about sharing personal spiritual experiences. For spiritual people, these experiences can be profound and transformative. They may include sensing energy, feeling connected to a higher power, or even perceiving realms beyond the physical. But trying to explain these experiences to non-spiritual individuals can often lead to skepticism or ridicule. For instance, if you share that you felt the presence of an energy field or had a vivid astral projection, non-spiritual individuals might dismiss these as fantasies or figments of your imagination. They may even go so far as to suggest that something is wrong with you. It's particularly tricky when spiritual experiences are intense or challenging, such as sensing negative energy or encountering entities from other realms. These moments are deeply personal and can feel isolating when misunderstood. Imagine opening up about a spiritual encounter only to be told you're paranoid or imagining things. It can hurt. In professional settings, this misunderstanding can carry an even heavier weight. Discussing spiritual experiences in therapy or with mental health professionals, for instance, might lead to being misjudged or labeled as mentally unstable. While some professionals are open to spirituality, many are not trained to approach these topics with an open mind, leaving you feeling invalidated. Even among close friends and family, sharing these deeply personal experiences can lead to alienation. They might think you're being weird or trying to impose your beliefs on them. This can make you feel as though you have to suppress this part of yourself to maintain harmony in relationships. Why does this happen? Non-spiritual individuals often view the world through a lens of logic, science, and tangible evidence. Concepts like karma, astral projection, or the interconnectedness of all beings can seem abstract or implausible to them. For example, when you mention karma, they might interpret it as a simple cause and effect rule, rather than the complex spiritual principle it truly is. Astral projection is another tough one. To many, the idea of consciousness existing outside the physical body sounds like pure fantasy. Trying to explain such experiences without a shared foundation of understanding can feel like speaking entirely different languages. The interconnectedness of all beings, another core spiritual concept, is equally challenging for non-spiritual individuals to grasp. For someone who sees the world as a collection of independent, isolated events, the idea of universal connection might seem vague or even meaningless. Here's an example to illustrate. Imagine throwing a stone into a pond. The ripples it creates extend far beyond where the stone lands. This is a simple way to visualize karma, or the interconnectedness of actions. However, even with such analogies, non-spiritual individuals might struggle to connect the dots if they're not ready to embrace these ideas. This is why it's often better to introduce spirituality through more accessible practices, such as mindfulness or meditation. Meditation and mindfulness are practical, tangible entry points that almost anyone can try. They involve simple practices like focusing on the present moment, quieting the mind, and becoming aware of your thoughts and feelings. These are universal concepts that don't require someone to fully dive into the deeper, more abstract elements of spirituality. For example, guiding someone to practice mindfulness by paying attention to their breath for a few minutes can help them feel calmer and more centered. Once they experience the benefits firsthand, they may become curious about exploring other aspects of spirituality. Now, let's address the concept of interconnectedness from a grounded perspective. When we understand that everything in the universe is connected, it changes how we act toward others and the planet. If harming another person also harms us on a deeper level, we're more likely to act with compassion and empathy. Likewise, realizing that our actions create ripple effects encourages us to make choices that benefit the greater good. Sharing these ideas with non-spiritual individuals requires patience and sensitivity. They may not immediately grasp the spiritual significance of interconnectedness, but framing it in terms of kindness, empathy, and environmental responsibility can help make it relatable. Respecting individual spiritual journeys is equally important. Everyone's path is unique, shaped by their own experiences, beliefs, and cultural backgrounds. What resonates with one person might not resonate with another, and that's perfectly okay. When discussing spirituality, it's essential to approach these conversations with humility and sensitivity. Instead of pushing your beliefs onto someone or expecting them to adopt your worldview, focus on listening to their perspectives and finding common ground. Mutual respect is the foundation of any meaningful conversation, especially when discussing something as deeply personal as spirituality. In sensitive contexts, like times of grief or loss, it's even more critical to approach spiritual discussions with care. Non-spiritual individuals might find solace in their own ways, and imposing spiritual beliefs during such vulnerable moments can do more harm than good. Ultimately, the key is to honor differences and recognize that spirituality isn't a one-size-fits-all journey. By navigating these conversations with openness, respect, and understanding, we can bridge the gap between spiritual and non-spiritual perspectives. If you've made it this far, thank you for watching. I hope this video provided insights to help you navigate these challenging conversations. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, take care and stay mindful. From Spiritual Connections.